Hi, my name is Johanna Colon, and I am a middle school social studies ELL MLL virtual content specialist. Today, we're going to be unpacking Unit 3, Day 8 with the title of Imperialism versus Anti-Imperialism. And our focus question for the day is what factors led to US foreign policy? By this point, students should know what imperialism, anti-imperialism, and foreign policy are. We will be focusing on the big ideas that I just mentioned. And the areas of focus are building background knowledge, targeting vocabulary development, increasing access to grade level text, and using students' home language as a resource. This is all in accordance with the division of multilingual learners. The approaches or techniques that will be used are a KWL chart, guiding questions, Google Translate, and purposeful images. So for the lesson objective, students have to examine different perspectives regarding the United States. Imperialism at the turn of the 20th century, really unpacking what perspectives mean, basically that there are different sides to the way or different viewpoints of how people perceive things or view things, will really drive home to the students that there's the two sides that we're really exploring are imperialism and anti-imperialism, which they should have already know about. This teacher facing video is going to really focus on the independent work section and how to make this more accessible to your students. For the independent work, the students have to analyze and annotate the platform for the American Anti-Imperialist League. And that document is here, it's online, but it is also in their workbooks. So on Teach Hub, you can find their workbooks and they're there. So let me just see. This is the English. This is the English workbook. It is also available in different home languages. So you can share that with your students and they can, of course, preview it themselves. And that could, of course, help them access some of the things that they need. And on their own, they're going to be using the 531 activity to find the most important points of the document. This might not be that easy for them. So in that case, I would highly suggest this see, think, wonder activity. What do you see in the text? What do you think this text is about? What questions or wonderings do you have, right? Because that could really help the students unpack those important points. First, they need to understand what the text is about. So that resource is great, the See, Think, Wonder template. You can also translate it. You can, download it on Google Docs, translate it even if you don't know a language, and that could help your students as well, right? They could read it and do it in their home language. That's highly encouraged. This 531 activity is also in the student workbook, available in different home languages as well, which is great. So that's accessible to the students. With regards to the vocabulary, because the text does have a couple of, heavy hitter words or some high level words. You have, for example, hostile. Students might not know what that is. So you kind of want to just highlight some of these so the students know, okay, I might not know what this is, but that's okay because I could use the resource of vocabulary.com to find it, right? Subjugation, condemn, extinguish, deplore, sovereignty. You also want to let the students know that they can find meaning around it, right? Kind of using their context clues, which can help them fill out that see, think, wonder chart, right? Well, what is going on? What do you know about imperialism, right? So it says tends toward militarism, right? So an evil from which it has been our glory to be free. So clearly they're saying imperialism is evil. Even if you don't know what hostile means, you know that you can kind of make meaning around it. We also know that this is a platform of the American Anti-Imperialist League. So do these people want expansion? No, right? So that's something that you want to explain to the kids, right? That building that background knowledge, that's part of that piece here. and really just making, that's how you can make the text accessible to them. And of course, for your ELLs that are really developing their English and they want to um, integrate their home language, they can have the pieces side by side. They could preview it the night before. They can read it side by side, looking for cognates, right? Imperialism, imperialismo, liberty, libertad, right? So they can form meaning like that as well. And yep, that should all really help them. You also have these questions: what argument is presented? What reasons are given to support the argument? Does the text present a sound argument? Why or why not? You want to give it to your students in their home language? You can go to Google Translate, copy paste, let's say English to Russian, and boom, you can duplicate this slide, right? And you could copy and paste. And there it is also accessible to your ELLs. Well, the formatting is a little bit off here, but definitely a helpful resource. And I hope this helps. Thank you.